I just found out today that my ex-husband is engaged and I'm unwell. And like, even though, yes, it was me that was like, hi, I want divorce. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. It brings up all these feelings. It brings up all this like stuff. And we have a kid and it brings up all this stuff around him.
I want to be a boss bitch. I want to be independent. I don't need a man. I can do this all on my own.
But you cannot just like pretend that it doesn't affect you. And I feel like people should be more out loud about it, because I wish that I had more people that were like totally honest and like super transparent in really difficult times.
What's good with y'all, man? Welcome back to Yale's 101 TV. Have another reaction video for you today from HL Talk That Thought. Get these videos from TikTok, put them together, and I'll review them with you. You know what I mean? Link is going to be in the description where you can go see the original. But with that being said, if you like the content, subscribe to the channel, like for the algorithm, put them comments so we can have some good dialogue, hit the notification bell if you do subscribe so you know when I'm dropping the videos. Now let's get into it.
Hi. How are you? It's been so long. Just kidding, we're strangers. And you don't know me. And this is my first video on this page. Did I grab your attention? Probably not. That's okay. You can keep swiping. I'm bored and something is telling me, it's not rational thought, but something is telling me to start talking at myself on the internet and just like, let's see what sticks, you know? Maybe it'll make someone laugh. Maybe it will motivate someone. Maybe it will be inspirational. Or maybe it'll just be like, who is this bitch? It could be any of those things. It could be none of those things, but we won't know unless we try, right? So in the spirit of not giving a fuck, here we are. So who am I? My name is Abby. I am a millennial. I'm also a single parent. I'm divorced. Love living my single era. Have no interest in dating, but do have some good stories.
Here we go again. I am sorry, but these women acting like children, acting like she reminds me of a woman or a girl in high school. That's all that gives me. It gives me high school vibes, not a grown woman vibe, high school vibes, as always.
I was almost going to give away too much. I'm going to save that one for later. But anyways, back to who am I and why should you stick around? I'm on this like journey to discover my life's purpose, and I'm doing lots of different things to try and like sort out what that purpose might be, including watch the movie Soul. And let me tell you, I think the lesson is that like your purpose isn't like the thing you're supposed to be good at, but like the small moments. Did I like totally misinterpret that movie? Because I haven't actually watched it beginning to end in a long time, because my kid again is 5 and has a really small attention span. So we'll start something and then not finish it. So I could be mistaken. But anyways, back to the point. Trying to discover that at 37 years old is crazy. What is it? I don't know. That's what we're going to figure out.
Why does it always take a woman to getting married, wasting a man's time, getting a divorce, having children, having a broken home, to need to realize what she needs to figure out with her life at 40 years old? Can't make this stuff up.
And that's what I'm going to bring the internet along for. And even if it's just one of you, and possibly my mom, who has burner TikTok accounts, apparently, Betsy, whatever, she can see this, it's fine. Anyway, I'll see you around.
Think of being like totally fucking transparent and just like real on social media, because everyone's so fucking phony and like refuses to talk about like real things that are like really happening. I just found out today that my ex-husband is engaged and I'm unwell. And listen, I'll be fine.
Remember just in the previous clip how she was enjoying the divorced single life and she was all happy and not dating and floating on clouds? All that was fake. Now look at her. Like I tell men Men, I tell you this, if a woman wants to leave you, if a woman wants a divorce, let her go. The best thing you can do, move on, better yourself, get a new woman. That is the best revenge that you can get for a woman leaving you, is to get better, better yourself, upgrade your woman. It will drive them insane.
But the only way out is through, okay? The only way out of this is through it. You cannot bypass it. You cannot suppress it. You cannot wish it didn't exist. You cannot, well, you can wish it didn't exist, but you cannot just like pretend that it doesn't affect you. The only way out is directly through. I know I will be fine. I'm hoping that future me comes back to this and is like, you were going to be good. You were going to be fine. And you know it. I know it. I know I will. And like, even though, yes, it was me that was like, hi, I want divorce. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. Like, literally, hey, sorry, play Taylor Swift. I hate it here. Like, I can't do this anymore. Even though that is true, it can also be true that it fucking sucks. It brings up all these feelings.
No, what sucks is, I can tell you guys, what sucks is when a woman leaves you, she thinks you're supposed to beg her back. Your whole world's supposed to crumble. You can't live without her. You can't move on without her. And your life is supposed to just implode. That's what they think is going to happen when they leave us, when they leave you, when they leave us as men. That's what they want to happen. That's what they think is going to happen. And when you just level up, hey, pull yourself up by your bootstraps after she leave you, and you find a better woman and you advance in your life, it drives them insane. I can tell you that.
It brings up all this like stuff, and we have a kid, and it brings up all this stuff around him. And very little of it has anything to do with my actual ex.
Yeah, okay. Tell yourself that lie.
So, I'm here to be real. I can't live any other way. And I feel like people should be more out loud about it, because I wish that I had more people that were like totally honest and like super transparent in really difficult times, because this is what like builds connections and like builds like common ground.
I think everybody needs to go to therapy. I know that's not a revolutionary statement. It's probably obvious, but everybody needs to go to therapy. The number of times my mind has been blown by my therapist this year alone, in the last 6 months of working with her, can't count on two hands. She's amazing. Not the point. The point is, she gave me a book recommendation last week. This is the most recent thing that has been blowing my mind. So the book is called Essential Kink, and at it, very simply stated, it's a book about shadow work and like, you know, digging into your shadow side.
Let me just go ahead and say this. I do not believe everyone needs therapy. Me, for instance, I don't believe I need therapy. I don't feel like I've been through anything super hard in my life, even though I've been through stuff, but I feel like I can get through, you know what I mean? And that's by talking to people who are close to me, actually observing myself and knowing where my shortcomings are and working on those things. I don't need no one else to tell me where my shortcomings are. I can kind of figure that on my own and work on those. So I don't believe everyone needs therapy. I'm pretty sure men and women have been on this earth for thousands and thousands of years, and we've done just fine without therapy. That's not revolutionary. That's something that's brand new, where everybody needs therapy.
Conscious and integrating it with your conscious side or your ego. And one of the repeated themes throughout the book is the following quote: "Having is the evidence of wanting." This book suggests that without actually doing work with your subconscious side and bringing to light some of your shadow side, we won't actually be able to manifest the things that we want and live in this synchronicity with all the positive experiences that we try and manifest in, because we have to address the elephant in your whole being is your subconscious. Going back to having is the evidence of wanting. If we have all of these crappy situations in our life that we can't seem to change, it's because somewhere in us, we actually do want those things. I know it sounds a little crazy and maybe controversial to like admit out loud that the bad things that are drawn into our lives might be because somewhere deep down we want those things. I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but let me give you a real life example. I like to make what I call the Mary Poppins list. And of course, in Mary Poppins, the kids are making a list of attributes for their ideal nanny, what they're looking for. And the dad finds the list, they give it to him, he reads it, he shreds it up and throws it in the goddamn chimney.
This right here just proves that a lot of women, they just live in a fantasy land in their head. Like the modern women, they may need therapy, because I swear it's like talking to a child sometimes. Like, what are you talking about right now? Mary Poppins? Can we just get to real life? Like, why does it have to always be some stupid movie you're talking about that trying to correlate that with real life?
Like an asshole. But regardless, those kids made a list, and it was essentially like, these are my wishes, this is what I want to manifest, and out pops Mary Poppins. So that's why I call it the Mary Poppins list. But I made one for what I would like my future partner to be. All the qualities, all the traits, all the ways that they will make me feel in the future. Time and time again, I get on these dating apps. And is it the men that I'm envisioning that are liking me? It's certainly not. Not to be a dick, and listen, like, there's someone for everyone, but like, it's just not my type. Not the thing I'm looking for. They're like, just not it, like so far away from what I want. Did some of the work through this book. It became very clear to me that if I actually got the ideal partner that I'm looking for, I would absolutely find a way to sabotage it. No doubt. Like I'm willing and able to admit that out loud now. When I kind of went through some of the exercises and actually like wrote out why I think my subconscious might really be getting exactly what they want in showing me all of these people that are absolutely not my type, is to reinforce some of the stories that I tell myself. And some of those stories include, I want to be a boss bitch. I want to be independent. I don't need a man. I can do this all on my own. Yes, I embody that. I like that narrative. The other more serious and like a little bit more sad truth behind all of this is, I think deep down, I don't believe I'm actually worthy of the thing that I want. That's depressing, but that's the truth. I think I can say out loud that I don't think that I deserve that. I don't think I'm worthy of that. I don't think whatever. And that's why I'm in therapy, you guys. Like, so
no, that's not why you're in therapy, because it's the truth, and you know it's the truth. You're not getting the guys that you want because you don't deserve it. You didn't put in the work for it. You're not. Literally, you're not wifey material, obviously, because you left your husband and he's getting married again already, and you're on a dating app looking for a man, and probably every man that comes your way, you're looking at him like, oh, he's not good enough for me. He's not good enough for me. You thinking everybody's not good enough for you because these women have these inflated egos where they think they deserve the top man, the top good looking man, height, money, all this that comes with it. And to be honest, women like to say that men are shallow. What I've come to find out, women are way more shallow when it comes to looks than men are. They don't want men to shame them when it comes to their looks, but they will definitely shame men all day, every day over our looks.
So yeah, there's no reason why I shouldn't have exactly what I want, except for that my subconscious doesn't believe that I'm deserving of it. So cool, right? But that's a really honest and real example of a place in my life in which I'm not seeing what conscious Abby thinks she wants, because we have to address what subconscious Abby believes, because we're getting exactly what subconscious Abby believes. It's a wild fucking concept, but I cannot wait to get into the work more regularly, do the exercises regularly, and like start to embrace all of this, because I do believe that on the other side of some of this shadow work and integration with your ego is like actual happiness. It terrifies me because that would mean that a lot of the stories that I tell myself about who I am would be completely unraveled, and then who am I? So I can't wait to share more with you as I get into that. Keep reading, because I do think that all of this will eventually help me get to what my actual purpose is, because I already think I know what it is, you guys, but I'm fucking terrified of actually saying out loud that I want to do XYZ, because then everything would change. My whole life would change.
This right here is just another perfect example of the roller coaster of emotions that women go through. I mean, you go through this with them when you're with them in a marriage or relationship, and then also when they decide to leave their husband, leave their family, and break their family up. You know, I mean, it's the same old, same old. I left. I'm happy. I'm on TikTok. I'm gonna get followers. I'm gonna watch my journey to crying when the guy finds a new woman. They're miserable, crying, unhappy. You know, to being in therapy and trying to find their cause and find their purpose and do their inner work and all this at 40 years old. You should have did that inner work in your 20s, like us men do. Us men find out really, really early. I mean, really right after, as soon as we hit 18 after high school, we kind of figure out, hey, whoa, the world is not friendly and nice to us at all. We got to get on our shit, and we kind of figure out our way through our 20s, early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s into our 30s, and we're around then is when we're starting to really, really get it, you know. And we have time because we can still keep having kids. Women need to do a little bit earlier, and should be doing this work way earlier than 37 years old and 40 years old and 50 years old, like we keep seeing with all these divorced women. You know, so like with that being said, man, I appreciate you taking time to look at the video. If you are not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button for the algorithm for me. Comment. Love having a dialogue with you. And if you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping the videos. And just like that, I'm out.